Open Heavens on the Go, Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. Topic: Take charge of your children. Memory verse, Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Bible reading, Deuteronomy 6:1-7. Now, these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son, and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers had promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. The Message. When Pharaoh said, I won't let the Israelites go, he wasn't talking about limiting them to a geographical location. He was talking about a different kind of bondage. Exodus 5:2. People who are in the kind of bondage that Pharaoh was referring to have no control over anything, not even their children. Exodus 1:1-22. If a country's government says that parents cannot raise their children in the way of the Lord, they should know that there is an evil agenda behind it. That is bondage, and they must not allow themselves to remain under it. Parents shouldn't depend on any government to teach their children. Rather, they should take charge and teach them God's values from His Word. If a government insists that parents cannot teach their children what is right, they should move out of that place and go where they will not be under bondage. Parents should check what their children are being taught in school and ensure they are not influenced to adopt a mindset that is against God's will. They should also check the games they play and the cartoons they watch, because through them, something evil can be positioned to influence their mindsets. If you take charge of the children and youths around you, it will be difficult for them to be influenced by an evil agenda. If you are a parent, you must intentionally create time to teach your children God's ways so that they will know Him for themselves as they grow. Let them spend more time with fellow believers, doing things that will make them grow up into godly adults. When I moved to Redemption City with my family, my children were schooling far away, and they had to leave the house before 6 a.m. on school days, so they wouldn't be late for school. In order to have a relationship with them, we often ate our dinner in the car together as we drove back home from their school. As they grew older, I began to take them on evangelistic outreaches. Even when they were in the university, whenever I visited them, I ensured we spent quality time together. We would take walks and discuss the scriptures. Then I would guide them with God's principles. Parents, take charge of your children. Don't let the enemy win them over. God will hold you accountable for the children He has given you as He did with Eli. 1 Samuel 2:27-31. Rise up to the responsibility of nurturing and training them in His ways. Key point: don't expose your children to the enemy by submitting to societal pressures. Bible reading in 1 year, Job 1-4. Hymn for today: Guide me, O thou great Jehovah. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E. A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God,